Hello and welcome back to the Relentless Crackheads. I need to adjust. I had a rock poking into me. Okay. Oh no, I just broke part of my bush. No, I like this bush. It is bleeding hearts for flowers. Get it to show you. See, just get little hearts that are bleeding. Because as they grow, they start out more as heart shapes. And then eventually they split open and they're bleeding. So I like that plant. Has a bit of pollen though. But man. So, Trek, what is it? And why was I talking very vaguely about hand carts last night because of it? And the answer is, it sucked. And I really hate Trek. So Trek is a week of camping, pretending to be a pioneer. Or part of a week. I can't remember exactly how long I went for, because I did this at the beginning of my sophomore year. So it was the summer before sophomore year started, so it's been a minute since I'm in college now, so this was to give you an idea of what time it was. It was around the time when everyone was like, I identify as an attack helicopter kind of thing. Joke was going around a lot. So I had that to deal with. I only really liked one of the people in my family, as they called it. Yeah. I don't regret that friendship. But at the same time, I don't, because it meant I made other friends. But yeah, it was a confusing one. I got, if I can speak English, that could help. So yeah, day one, they asked you to bring a packed lunch and meet at the church in one of your outfits for Trek. And what was gonna happen was we were gonna hop into the cars and get everyone that was going into groups, because this was our stake trek is what we did. And so I was 15 at the time. I had to make all of my stuff. I had to make some of my stuff. I made 2 skirts that are about like mid-calf length. Maybe a little longer back then. I don't know where they're at, because essentially what they were was take a piece of cloth, do the ends, and do a seam up the side. And that was sewing it up. The thing that actually took time was making a bonnet to keep the sun out of my eyes. I am glad I was allowed to wear my glasses when I was there, because at the time I had transition lenses. So I had built-in sunglasses. So that made it 10 times easier. But yeah, last night when if you're in the Discord server, use my random messages being kind of vague about it was I saw a picture of hand carts and immediately got memories of day one when we got there, because the trail we were on had gophers infesting it, so there were gopher holes here and there. And the people at the front were supposed to warn the people at the back when a hole was coming, and to start to move the cart around any that would be under the wheels, so we didn't get stuck. Yeah, the person at front forgot to warn me that there was a hole coming up in the middle of the track, and I was in the middle of the back of the cart pushing it, and instantly fell into a gopher hole and was too stubborn to let go, so I scraped up my legs. Granted, I was wearing some yoga pants, so that gave me a slight better coverage of my legs, so they didn't get completely torn up. But yeah, it's still, my legs were red that rest of the day and really sore. And this was day one of like either 3 or 5 days. I can't remember exactly how long. I think it was 5. But yeah, that wasn't a lot of fun. And it wasn't just that we were pushing the cart. No, all of our supplies were in the cart too. So there was our everyone was told you can have a 5-gallon bucket, and that is your supplies. Just to make sure that you keep your stuff clean and dry, and you just have to write your name on it and the lids. So that way you make sure everyone has their lids. And so yeah, I had all of my stuff put in there. We were told to bring a book of the scriptures, or was it just the Book of Mormon? I can't remember. Some scriptures. We were supposed to bring some, a couple, like, girls were told 2 skirts and like 2 to 3 shirts that were button downs. Really hate those shirts. We had, I also had to bring an apron, the bonnet, pajamas, underclothes to prevent chafing, because, yeah, you're hiking every day. Woo! Several pairs of socks. That was the weird one, because what we had to do is, we had to do like a like tights almost, nylon socks underneath, like thick socks, to prevent blisters. And then I had 2 pairs of shoes, a pair of running shoes, and then some hiking boots. Yeah. The hiking boots weren't broken in enough, so I did get a blister. Wasn't too bad though. I also had to bring my supplies for food, which was like a tin cup, a plate bowl hybrid, and like a fork and a spoon. And then let's see what else did bring. I didn't have to bring a flashlight, so that made one less thing. Oh, a poncho in case it rained, and there was some other stuff too, but I'm blanking on what it was. But then, so we had like 7. We had like 9 people in total in my group. That was for one cart. So we had 9 buckets. 7 of us were the kids of the family. And then we had Ma and a Pa, which was just a couple from the church that was married. That's it. That was literally, and they volunteered. That was the only qualifications they had for this. Let's see. Yeah, um, uh, yeah, so one of the days that got really bad, I can't remember what day they did this, but they, got to like this really big hill, had us all stop and like stop our carts, and they split the guys and the girls apart. All the guys went and just casually walked up the hill while the girls were sitting there, and we had a little speech about how sometimes the men would die along the trail, and it would just be the women that had to get the cart moved. And they talked about our purity and worth, and I've repressed a lot of Trek, so just remembering this stuff is like, ugh. But then, so this was like the biggest hill we've had the whole time. And after they finished their little speech, if I remember correctly, they gave out some mirrors, I think. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, we got some, we got something. I can't remember what it was. But then all the girls went back to the carts, and only the girls pushed the carts up the hill. And the guys had to just stand there and watch. And it was the worst thing ever for someone with social anxiety to just sit there and be like, I am being watched by a bunch of people that I don't know, and some of them I don't get along with. This is weird. Yeah. So yeah, the girls had to do, it was the women's pole, if I remember what it was called correctly. But yeah, only the women had to do that one. Ugh. It was horrible. This is why I repress church activities. Ugh. But yeah, along with everyone's personal stuff, so there was like 9 5-gallon totes. We also had our family's collection of food, our camping equipment, which was 2 tents. Wait, no, was it 2 or 3 tents? Can't remember if Mon Pog got their own tent or not. I don't remember. But yeah, we had 1 tent for the girls, 1 tent for the guys. I think the Mon Pa had their own tent. I can't remember exactly though, because again, it's been like 5 years now. Because this happened when I was 15. I'm 20. And yeah, it's a mess. I really wish that this wasn't something that I had to do. Because they also gave everyone these little journals to keep that had quotes from pioneers and prophets and blah 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 blah. And we were supposed to write down what happened in our days. The only time I used it was I got the one person that I actually really talked to in my family's number. And that was it. That was the only real time I used that notebook. It was just to write a number down. And yeah, I really regret that trip. I wish I hadn't had to go. So yeah, this is what I remember off of Trek. Oh, our buckets doubled as our chairs for like meals and stuff. Instead of sitting on the ground, they wanted us to sit on our buckets, which hard. And I was very angry when I found out that some of the other wards had made chair cushions as well. It's like, are you kidding me? Didn't get to have the stupid cushion, so I had to have a hard one instead. That sucks. But it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my long video about religious trauma. I have a lot more religious trauma. But yeah, this is a widespread thing that gave me religious trauma. I think I'm gonna talk about one more piece of religious trauma before I go and upload this. But in the church, starting at age, I think it's like 11 now. You start doing bishop interviews every 6 months until you're 18. And then if you want to go and do baptisms for the dead in the temple, you have to have another interview to get a temple recommend. And in these interviews, they ask you some very weird and inappropriate questions. That's where I learned what masturbation was. Yeah. I was asked by a full-grown adult male several times in my life while I was a minor if I masturbated. And when I didn't know what that was, when I was like 11 or 12, they explained it to me. Do you see how fucked up this shit is? And what I realized this year, actually, was, you know how people say, like, the 95% have been sexually harassed? 100% of people that grew up in the LDS Church have been sexually harassed because asking inappropriate questions is sexual harassment. And asking a minor if they masturbate is inappropriate. If it's not, like, even if it's your child, that's inappropriate, in my opinion. But asking someone else's kid if they masturbate is really fucking inappropriate. So yeah. And this is why I'm leaving the church. Yeah. I just gotta get started on the whole process to get my records removed, because you have to do legal stuff to get your records removed from the church. It's a mess. It's It's a fucking cult. Let's just be honest. It's a cult. The LDS Church is nothing more than Utah's favorite cult. And yeah, it's really not a good church, even if it wasn't a cult. There's severe homophobia, racism, sexism. There's classism in it. Yeah, there's severe problems in the church. Like, literally, the afterlife has classism in it. Because it has the telestial, the terrestrial, and the celestial kingdom. And the celestial one is the one you want to be in. It's all great and holy. The telestial, I think, is the lowest, if not second lowest. I can't remember which order the T's are in. Telestial or terrestrial. But yeah, celestial's the biggest and the best, I know that much. But yeah, it's literally a classism based on how good you are. And the only way to get into the celestial kingdom is if you get married in the temple and you get your baptism and the only way to get into the temple is by paying your tithing in full. So it's literally a buy your way into heaven kind of system. Yeah. Religious trauma, so much fun. Yeah, as you can see, I clearly do not like the church. I can't wait to be able to one day move out of the state because it is a mess. I am beyond sick of it already. But yeah. Yeah. Oh, they also have at Trek. They also have testimony meetings, if I can speak English, and those are horrible. So what they were was you would talk about how much you believed in God and Jesus and how things were going and everything. And yeah. I still somewhat believed in the church at that point. But yeah, my faith quickly dwindled within the next year. Because the time that I needed help, I got nothing. So, yeah, I'm gonna go upload this and I gotta run some errands this afternoon. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you all next week. And, Sunday, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Sunday. There's going to be a live stream on the Relentless. I'm going to be doing a live stream on the Relentless Crackheads Twitch channel. So I can't. I know it's on one of our videos. I'm gonna try and put the link in this one if I remember to do that when I'm uploading it. If not, I will make sure that we put it in the comments section. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this 25-minute video of me talking about religious trauma. Yeah, I'm gonna go inside. I've been sitting on some stones, not like bumpy edged stones, but like walkway stones while I filmed this, just chilling, because this area is nice and cool. And it's nice out today, so I thought I'd get fresh air. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Have fun. Bye.